everyone. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Zed Peace. I'm a local musician. And today we have a very special guest, Ustazah Hanisah Othman, who I'm inviting here to have a discussion, start a conversation. Maybe you'd like to introduce a bit about yourself?
So, salam everyone. I am Hanisah Othman. You probably have heard me on Crystal FM for my daily hadith reading or in Towards a Better Ramadan. And I occasionally give Islamic motivational talks around Brunei, masjids, schools. And recently, I am quite active sharing content online via my Instagram page.
Again, thanks for coming in. So we're starting these sessions as a way to motivate and inspire Bruneians to see how we can help each other out in any way we can. I've been in the music field for a long time, and like anyone, have faced ups and downs. And I think it's really important for us to be in tune with our spirituality. And I think that's one reason why I brought you here.
Oh, that's very nice of you.
To help us along the way.
Together, inshallah.
So maybe we can start off with this one question that I have in mind. Where do you think the Bruneian youths are heading towards? As in, with all this going on, how can the youths, meaning us, how can we stay resilient and sort of stay on the right direction?
Okay, so the question was, where are we heading? The youth with what is going at the moment. I think it is hard to pinpoint exactly where we are heading collectively. Perhaps part of that is because what I see or experience does not necessarily represent how and where exactly our youth is right now. Of course, I'm not saying that I'm unaware of what's trending or what's happening right now, but what I know is that everyone has their own journey and everyone has a part to play. And I think that is the main challenge, to make or remind them or even ourselves that we also are on a journey and we also have a part to play. We have a purpose in this life, because once we are clear about that, once we're clear about our purpose, I believe only then you can stand and stay resilient.
Why I wanted to get into that topic was mainly because I do feel that our generation, we are heading towards sort of a better, more developed society, a stronger society. And it's to make sure that, as you say, each of us have a role to play.
Yeah.
And we are the ones that are contributing to that. I know you probably get this question quite a lot, but as people and as Muslims, none of us are perfect. Any thoughts on this idea where if we do feel we've went astray and we're lost and feeling alone, what would you say to people who are currently feeling that way?
Yes, none of us are perfect. I always tell people that life is all about inviting Allah's mercy. Mengundang kasihan Allah. That's all that truly matters. Habibur Rahman El-Shirazi wrote, Tuhan bukan ada hanya untuk orang yang baik. So if you are a good person, the hope is that your obedience and your steadfastness can invite Allah's mercy. And if you are a sinner, the hope is that your humility to turn to Him, your perseverance, your persistence on not giving up on yourself, inshallah, can invite Allah's mercy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned in Surah An-Nisa, وَمَن يَعْمَلْ سُوءٍ, and those who do sin, أَوْ يَظْلِمْ نَفْسَهُ, or wrong themselves, ثُمَّ يَسْتَغْفِرِ اللَّهِ, then they seek Allah's forgiveness. يَجِدِ اللَّهَ غَفُورًا رَحِيمًا, they will find Allah the most forgiving, and the most merciful. Subhanallah.
What would you say is a way that we can continue to do good and we can continue to stay at the right direction?
Okay, this is just a simple answer, basically. And I think everyone probably knows this, but it's the execution part that sometimes can be quite difficult. I think, just pick up a small habit that is good and that you can do it consistently every day. So it doesn't necessarily have to be something very big and difficult. Just something easy as, opening the Quran, maybe reading an ayah of the Quran. And inshallah, just by doing that, with the intention that you're doing it for the sake of Allah, for the sake of your spirituality, it will bring so much goodness, so much barakah into your life, inshallah.
So when you say baraka, what does that mean for some of us who don't know?
Barakah is this very beautiful idea in Islam, actually, that where you buat sikit, but you dapat banyak. Tapi also barakah is it's goodness. And sometimes, like there are people who walaupun dorang ada banyak duit, tapi dorang rasa cukup saja. That means that person has barakah in their life. Or like some people might describe barakah in their time. They can do so much in the span of 1 hour. So that means they have barakah in their time. So this is what we want. So barakah is kind of like, it's a sign that Allah blesses you more than other people, inshallah. It's a blessing.
So if someone were watching this and thinks to themselves, hey, I want to be like Hanisah. She's so cool. She talks about Islam, but in a very sort of accessible way. What would you say to them? I mean, who did you look up to in your sort of journey as a motivational speaker?
So what was it that made me want to become a public speaker? I would not say it was something that I deliberately wanted to do. I think it is more of, can I say it, a calling, a purpose, for the pursuit of impact. And I believe I figured out that I can contribute this pursuit of impact through public speaking. And along the way, I picked up pieces here and there and got some support on how to do this in the most efficient way. But I would say that it is less about trying to become someone, but more about building your own potential and see what you can offer and what impact you can give to the people around you.
I mentioned this when I first got in contact with you. When I was looking through the content you put out,
Yeah.
I found it really nice that the talks that you give, you try to make it very welcoming. I always think dakwah is most effective if you feel as if you're not being lectured on, but you're being
Yes.
motivated and inspired to do something.
So first of all, Alhamdulillah, all thanks to Allah. I think what we are currently lacking is this realization that da'wah is an art. I'm not saying that talks or lectures are not relevant, no, but it's not the only way. That's why I said everyone has a part to play.
It's just nice to know that there are people that, like you, are trying to do this almost creatively in a way that maybe the younger generation can sort of pick up on.
Yeah, the hope is that, yeah. That's why I said you would be surprised with the power of mastery and how it can gravitate the people around you. Hindi payah ceramah panjang-panjang. They can just look at you, because I think people appreciate subtlety. And sometimes being direct is not always appealing. There's something about that makes people inspired to learn more about Islam. Even like yourself, you're a rapper. For sure, I'm sure that there are people around you that are impacted by your message or your delivery. And that's what we want, that good impact to our society.
So I think one of the last talking points for me would be whatever aspirations that you have or goals that you want to achieve. We know that it's a journey. You do it at your own pace. enjoy the experience, enjoy the life lessons that you get from this journey. It's nice to know that Islam is our religion. It's something that we can always turn to, or we should turn to, because it provides, guidance towards all these things. So every time we need help, we're only one sembayang or one doa away from that. And I think that is a really comforting thought.
True that, and I can't agree even more. Always in life, sometimes we have long-term plans and so on, and that's all good. But sometimes, as you said, when life seems to go a bit too slow or a bit too fast or out of control, sometimes the best thing to do is just to focus one prayer at a time. Inshallah, everything will be just fine.
So, Hanisah, thanks for spending time with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Main quest of the session is to motivate, inspire people to keep doing good. I feel motivated knowing that, there's a whole creative scene that is trying to really develop. We're almost at a stage where we can really reach the international level.
Inshallah. As I said just now, no one can limit you except yourself. So if you want to start something, just start. And inshallah, Allah will guide you to the very best.